So I've built the best AFL midfielder through different attributes. I've built the best AFL defender. Now I'm going to be building the best AFL forward that can possibly exist with a multitude of attributes / traits. And these traits include speed, field kicking, goals, marking, clutch, pressure, IQ, work rate, strength, 1v1, hangers, and overall. That is 12 traits / 12 attributes in total, choosing the best per attribute to combine to make the best forward of all mankind. Let's get right into this. Speed is, I think, can be a multitude of small forwards. Let's be real. I mean, there are so many good small forwards in the competition. I don't really know who to choose speed for, but I've ended up going with a guy who actually clocked the fastest speed in the competition, who's currently playing. These are all current players. Going with Isaac Rankin. Now, Isaac Rankin is kind of getting into that midfield position, but he's still kind of a forward. So I've put him in there. I think Gary Rowan clocked the fastest speed.
Collects, gave to McGlynn. He's got Rowan in the one-on-one, and Rowan puts the Jets on. Out in front of Grant, eat my dust.
He's since retired, so Isaac Rankin is my pick. For field kicking, I've gone with Taylor Walker. I mean, Taylor Walker's field kicks are known to be fantastic. They are so fucking good. And, you know, up until Buddy retired, it was Buddy. He was the field kicking genius. Sorry, I just forgot how to speak. Jeremy Cameron is another really good field kick, but I think Taylor Walker's field kicking is, it's exquisite. Goals, I've gone with Charlie Curnow. I mean, he's kicked the most goals from most of the previous season. He would have, oh, you know what? It's a bit rich to say, oh, he would have kicked the most goals if he didn't get injured in 2024. But the reality is, he still would have kicked more goals. Right? Would he have won the Coleman? Would he have kicked more than Hogan? I don't know. But goals has to be Curnow. Marking is Liam Ryan. Pretty damn simple. Liam Ryan is the best high-flying mark, I think.
Liam Ryan saying, kick it my way, I want to jump over the pack, and here he comes! Oh. Ryan! Wow! What about that? He wouldn't have had much gas.
I think also, look, there's so many. Bobby
Hill's back in the square. Bobby Hill! Soaring! A marvellous creation from Bobby Hill!
Hill, Jamie Elliott.
Penetrating ball, Elliott! What about that for an Anzac Day? Spectacular!
Ball, Bartel. Elliott went early. The contact helped him.
Bish, Bash, Bosh. There's many good marks in the competition, but I just like Liam Ryan. I think he marks when it matters as well.
Quickly, 2:29 remaining. Ryan with a big mark.
Clutch would have been Robbie Gray.
He's the man in the arena. And all eyes are on Robbie Gray. And when everyone else missed, when the moment came, he seized it like no one else. Robbie Gray. Back in the path of Robbie Gray. He's a superstar for the power. He goes long. Has it got the legs? Yes! Robbie Gray's kicked a big goal. And the power on the cusp of a great victory.
But is now Jamie Elliott. He's the most clutch player in the competition. I think he's kicked 2 after the siren goals.
There's the siren. Arms in the air. That has gone through. Jamie Elliott has won the game of footy for this famous club.
Most notably, most recently against the Essendon Football Club in, not the Anzac Day game, but the repeat game. What an absolute fucking gem that was. Pressure! What pressure? For pressure, I've gone with Morris Rioli Jr. A little bit biased because I do watch him every week. Week in, week out, I watch that man go at it. And in terms of a pressure forward, he is ruthless. He's fast.
Beautiful pickup by Harms. That looked like a bit of a throw, scoop handball.
Watch out. He almost forced the turnover, Rioli. McDonald, Bonner. Davies Uniacke, he's had it again.
He's just so explosive, accelerations, different levels. And I think if I had to choose any pressure forward on the comp, who's the best at those sort of tackles inside 50, it's that man. It's simple. IQ, I've gone with Toby Green. Now, generally for other, for the defender and midfielder versions of these, I've done the IQ has been someone who is a little bit older. Scott Pendlebury and Dane Zorko. But I've chosen Toby Green because, I mean, he's changed the rules of the fucking AFL by himself.
Inexcusable. It's been that sort of night. Again, the foot goes out on Newman. Well, yeah, I'm not sure, Baz. It's okay according to the umpire, but, well, there's an old saying, does it pass the pub test, Lingy? It just doesn't look good, does it?
And I know people will argue, what's the difference between a foot and a knee?
I mean, who else does that? Toby Green does that. That's IQ. Work rate, this could be so many players, but I've chosen someone who I think has a high work rate and can work up and down the pitch. Generally, I feel like he's not lazy, and I've gone with Charlie Cameron. I think, look, it could be anyone, but Charlie Cameron, I feel like he's got a good work rate. But comments, you can let me know who actually does. Strength. Now, strength was Hawkins. It was also Levi Casbolt. Those two guys, strength-wise, are different gravy. But since both have retired, so in terms of strong forwards, I can't really think of someone who is just a brick wall in strength. But someone who I do see push over some blokes pretty easily, and there's a reason he won the Coleman, is Jesse Hogan. I think he's actually really strong, and I think he's got the most contested marks, so that is a resemblance of strength in the contest at least. And I've also got Jesse Hogan for 1v1. I think in terms of 1v1, who you back in is Jesse Hogan. That's literally the same. Well, it's somewhat similar to the contested mark stats, where he's got the most on average per game, by quite a bit as well, I think. So I think he takes out both of those categories pretty easily in my opinion, but I would not argue for strength. Who's someone who's really strong, who maybe isn't that good, but they're just strength. Like Levi Casbolt, he was not a great forward. No, but he was so fucking strong. So, you know, you take it all. Bro McCreary, strength is a good shout as well. I know he apparently bench presses fucking 150 or something. So, look, take your pick. Moving on to hangers, where hangers is a little bit different to marking, but it's kind of similar. I needed 12 categories here, and I formulated 12 categories. But hangers, I have gone with a man by the name of Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill was responsible for, I think, maybe not two, but anyway, he won Mark of the Year, I'm pretty sure. This could have gone to Shea Bolton.
Bolton!
Who's kind of a midfielder, but takes it forward anyway. But I've gone with Bobby Hill. Could also be Elliot, could also be Liam Ryan, but let's stick with Bobby Hill. And finally, overall, who for me is the best forward? And the fun thing about this is, forwards, a bit like defenders, can be anything. They can be small, medium, and large. They can be, tall forwards, your sort of full forwards, or your half forwards, your pressure forwards. Who do I think in that position, like who is a forward, is just the best? And I've gone with someone who I think quite versatile, and I think is quite high up in all of these categories. Once again, same as defenders, who Sam Taylor won overall. Sam Taylor didn't feature in any of my attributes. The player I've chosen for overall does not feature on anything, I believe, thus far. So, what does that mean? Maybe he doesn't have a direct strength, but I've gone with Jeremy Cameron. I think still, even though he's older, to this day, I still think he's the best forward. He's not the best goal kicker, but he's the best forward. He tends to stand up in big moments. He's a leader. He can play up further in the pitch. Fuck knows what I'm talking about. But he's quite versatile. Before I do sort of wrap this all up, there are players that I did miss out, and I definitely shouldn't have. Players like Waterman, Oscar Allen, I think are unlucky to miss out. They're definitely worthy of something there. In terms of small forwards, the small forward I am missing includes like Papley, if you think he's a good forward. He's kind of dropped off recently. I haven't included mid forwards like Petrarca and those sorts of players. Warner, I class them as midfielders, so I didn't want to put them in this particular categories, attributes, traits, tier list. And then I think the main one I'm missing is Tyson Stengel, who I think could probably go for pressure and could probably go for work rate maybe, but in the end, I just prefer some of the other players. So this is the third rendition of traits and attributes. Check out the midfield and the defender versions already. Let me know in the comments where I've gone wrong. I'm sure I've gone wrong. Always go wrong. Because IQ small, but football IQ big. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video.